game, which is back for the first time in 3 years.
We have 9 of the top 10 prospects in the class in this game. The practices have been competitive. The scrimmage was competitive. I expect these guys to compete tonight.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, PB. And when you consider these guys, they've done a great job of competing. And that's not often the things that we see in the McDonald's All-American game, but this group has been special.
Jarris Walker opens the scoring for the East from New Freedom, Pennsylvania. First 5-star recruit for Kelvin Sampson in his 8 years at Houston. The West with the response, Cason Wallace. And there is Derek Lively at 7'2", hanging out above. Corey, what's impressed you the most as you have taken in the practices and the scrimmages here this week?
Honestly, it's the leadership. When you think about the guys who have really been vocal in this, and when you come into this type of environment, oftentimes guys are more so concerned about being. Derek Lively looks like he's out here to get a win.
Lively's special because not only can he block shots and rebound, he can make the open three from the outside. He is today's NBA center.
Lively and Whitehead wears number 0 for the Blue. Will play for John Shire next year. Chris Livingston drills the 3. The East has an ESPN Oak Hill will be in the first quarterfinal of the day, noon Eastern on Thursday, with Livingston in action.
I wouldn't be so sure. Florida, best believe his golf bag is on that plane. He'll find some time.
The West down by 10 early. Nick Smith and Jordan Walsh wearing 23 headed to Arkansas. And Smith with the floater.
He's so dangerous because
Smith with the spin. Livingston got a piece of it. On the run out, Dylan Mitchell, the highest flyer in the class of 2022.
Well, I tell you what, the defense, Chris Livingston doing a great job sitting down in the stands, getting the job done defensively as well, taking on one of the best in the class.
And what I love about this McDonald's group is the versatility. We see Dylan Mitchell, great finish by
Ware, who is headed to Oregon from North Little Rock, Arkansas, and a high school teammate of Nick Smith Jr.
By guys here. Of course, my year, it was the Fab Five, so I was recruited by Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Jimmy King, and of course, Jawan Howard.
Oh, Cam Whitmore going sky high for the rejection. And Ernest Uday finishes at the other end.
It's rare in the McDonald's game you see turning defense into offense, but that has really been what the East has been about early in this game.
So you're telling me it could have been the Fab 6 at Michigan?
It was a Fab 5, but it was 5 McDonald's All-Americans. Hold on,
watch out! Arterio Morris, the punch.
Once again, the East getting out in transition. 7 of the young ladies that played in the women's game earlier going to the Pac-12. That's a strong recruiting year for the Pac-12 conference.
How about that? 11 of the 24 players we saw going to the Pac-12. East in the blue, West in the red. Livingston, oh, Corey loves this. Oak Hill guy. He does give it up though. Whitehead over Walsh, and he splashes in the 3. Derek Whitehead, the number 4 player in the ESPN 100, going to Duke.
And that's where the biggest improvement has come with Derek Whitehead. He was a slasher early as Keontae George knocks down the 3. But Derek Whitehead has really worked on his game, improved under Kevin Boyle, been at Montverde for 5 years.
Since his 8th grade season, Jarris Walker collects and flushes the future Houston Cougar.
And speaking about guys who've improved, Jarris Walker changed his body this summer, became serious about the game, great skill package, combination of physicality and finesse.
Walker just looks so physically imposing. Oh, now the block on Cason Wallace. Impressive to stay in front despite the Euro. Dylan Mitchell puts it in.
He just glides up and down the court. He's got an incredible vertical, great second jump. Jump shots coming. That's the missing piece in his game.
Smith trying to get past Livingston. That's been a fun matchup early. Walker the steal for the East. Whitehead collects. And it's stolen by Khalil Ware. Ahead to his high school teammate, Nick Smith Jr. They were champions in Arkansas at North Little Rock High School.
And if you're thinking about throwing the ball over Ware, you have to go, that's the route you got to go around him. You're not going over top. Derek Whitehead with the smart play to go around and under.
The intensity has picked up in this game. Guys are going really hard.
Oh, there's some intensity. Khalil Ware, the stick back.
I believe he has been the surprise of the week. I think the NBA scouts have really fallen in love with Khalil Ware, his athleticism, and more importantly, his ability to catch the basketball and finish.
Foul called. Ware, the last line of defense.
How about Ware with that pass inside?
Dylan Mitchell right back.
I like the pace, it's fun, good environment, and it's good players, so it's fun.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Look, thank you. It's the #2 recruiting class that's heading to Arkansas as Cam Whitmore uses the Euro for 2.
The fun part of 5 years now, that's the first time I've seen anyone pick up full court in this game. And this has really been a different atmosphere for this group. I love the way they've competed.
Julian Phillips right down the chute, the top undecided player in the nation. Black. And couldn't finish, going reverse.
It's really hard to score in this game when the defense is back. These guys are so long, so athletic.
Kansas has always been his dream school.
And I love the way he moves without the basketball and comes off of screens. Not a lot of guys can do that off the ball.
You know, one of the things that's been surprising about this game, the East playing without a true point guard, and Derek Whitehead continues to light it up. He and Chris Livingston really have shared the role in the backcourt, but doing a great job against the great guards of the West.
Smith rejected by Lively.
Uh-oh, let's get up.
Chris Livingston from Oak Hill Academy. Corey, you gotta love that.
Nope, I don't love it because I wanted him to throw it up to Dylan.
Yet again pulled in by John Calipari. Jarris Walker caught it back, and the reverse slam.
Just a combination of ball skills, shooting, playing.
Made it Kansas, takes it away.
Uday is going to be a terrific post for Bill Self. Great hands, strong rebounder.
Dick, the sidestep. Final minute of the first half. Morris launches and drains the 3. Arterio Morris from down.
That was a bad shot. The one that went inside to Lively, then out to him, I thought was a great shot in rhythm. How about the passing ability by 7'2", Derek Lively to throw it back outside?
Grady Dick, no, but Kajani Wright, yes. Wright headed to USC.
There are no blockouts in the McDonald's All-American game, and there are no charges taken.
Wait a minute, we've seen defense. Now, blocking out, that's asking a little too much for a McDonald's game.
I was starting to think about defense. You guys were talking about Kelvin Sampson.
Livingston to the rack, he puts it in, plus the foul.
And no flex. Think about that. Going through the contact, getting the bucket, opportunity for the and one as Grady Dick goes around the nice left-handed attempt, but unable to finish. A teammate there to clean it up, and then Chris Livingston going through the contact, the finish, and more importantly, acting like he's been there before.
And that's where he's best, Chris Livingston. In the open floor, he excels in transition in the half court. He is a driver.
Wright missed the jumper. Walker, the rebound, and the pass ahead to Derek Whitehead.
And so many of these guys, Corey, is so good in offensive transition. The ability to go from defense to offense. They can score, finish, and shoot it behind the line.
Wright off balance. Loose ball. Picked up by Amari Bailey. Chicago product. Down low, Mitchell swallowed up by Derek Lively. Jarris Walker. Oh, a little finger roll. I thought he was about to pound it.
I love seeing the teammates, Derek Whitehead and Jarris Walker, working together, because this weekend we're going to see them battling at Geico when you consider Montverde and IMG.
Starting Thursday on ESPNU, a Geico national champion will be. Corey, come on now. Seriously?
The nation fell in love with Shaheen Holloway.
Oh, Cam Whitmore blew the dunk, but perseverance. Whitmore for 2.
And it's neat to know Shah from when he was a high school player to a big-time college coach right now.
Keontae George has had a slow game thus far. That could awaken things. George, the number 3 player in the class, going to Baylor. Ernest Uday missed the layup, but a foul. Floor, Mark Mitchell with the finish.
Beautiful find from Nick Smith Jr., and more importantly, directing traffic on the outside, getting exactly what he wanted with Mitchell over the top.
And Livingston hits the bullseye, a 3-ball for the East.
When Chris Livingston gets his feet set, he's a 35% three-point shooter. When he tries to shoot it off the run, off the go, not the same off the dribble.
Nice pass once again.
The wraparound to Dick. And the sandwich. Livingston and Lively combining to stop Dick. Foul call.
But Nick Smith Jr. seeing exactly what he wants on the floor, directing traffic, putting people in place, and then the spot where only Mark Mitchell can go get the basketball and finish it off for the alley-oop.
I mean, he's going to get that offense right next year. I thought there was a little bit of chemistry issues this year for Nate Oates.
I mean, speaking of Alabama, you also got Brandon Miller. So when you think about those two guys, both playmakers, you're talking about a point guard and a point forward going to play for Nate Oates. And Nate Oates, the way that they love to shoot the three, you've got two guys who can make plays, find their shooters on the outside, and, of course, push it in transition.
We send it over to Brooke with the #1 player in the class, Derek Lively.
Yeah, Derek, you're having quite the impact out here, getting all over the glass, and Paulie loves the way that you catch alley-oop. So is that something that just came?
Drive it and rebound.
We send it over to Brooke with Derek Whitehead.
Derek, congratulations. You're named MVP of this game. I mean, amongst the best of the best, you're now named the MVP. So what does this award mean amongst all the other ones you've already won?
I'm about to say this one right here is definitely special. You know, this one I'm going to remember forever. You know, just knowing that there's a lot of great guys, a lot of people going to be pros that came here, and I got MVP out of all of them. It's something I'm going to forever forget.
The guys over there, absolutely. The guys over there are talking about how it's been all business on the court. You guys are able to, you know, get along, get to know each other. But when it's out here, it's game time. But it's also the unselfishness and graciousness. How would you kind of encapsulate everything that's been going on off the court?
I feel like, you know, coming into the game, we took that serious. They beat us in a scrimmage. So, you know, we want to come back and, you know, not lose twice. And that's something we talked about for days prior to this game. Just come out and make sure we beat them. And if we could beat them by 20 plus, do so. And that's what we did.
You sure did. You made it happen.
Yes, we did.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Ted, I found the answer. I didn't look at my phone. Paul saw I didn't look at my phone. The McDonald's All-American Villanova is Brian Antoine.
100%
Well done.
That UVA education is paying off right now.
Might have an increased role with the Justin Moore injury.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, deep three going down. Case and Wallace headed to Kentucky in the final seconds, ticking away. The East hitting triple digits in the return of the McDonald's All-American game. Mitchell splashes one into the final score, 105-81. The East victorious here in Chicago. So good to have the game back and all the festivities. The future stars of basketball on display here in Chicago this week. It started with practices on Saturday. The skills competition, the Powerade Jam Fest last night. Keontae George, the three-point shootout winner. Nick Smith put it down. Ashlyn Watkins won it. Now to SportsCenter, Scott Van Pelt. What's going on?